Mornings with Jaresha is a radio show and podcast here to equip, empower, and elevate you to the next level by helping you win your mornings and win your day with inspiration and motivation so you can wake, slay, pray, and take action. Today is a fabulous day to be great, have great, and do great. You just have to be willing to unleash your greatness and take action. This show is for everyone from all walks of life who just simply want to feel empowered and motivated to take the next step. Now, let's get it, let's go. Mornings with Jaresha begins now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome and welcome back to Mornings with Jaresha. It is another great morning, another great morning. Take a minute this morning to ask yourself, how are you feeling? Like many of us, I feel like we may wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Sometimes just your mornings, how you wake up and how you start your mornings is ultimately going to set the tone for your day. So I hope that you are having a fantastic morning. I have my coffee in hand and I'm extremely excited to just come before you this morning, today. And I am so looking forward to what today brings. But before I jump into what I want to talk to you about, let's go into the breakfast breakdown. I promise y'all, I'm going to think of some kind of song, some kind of tune, something that's going to go along with this breakfast breakdown because it's a thing. I may think about that, and you may be surprised tomorrow to hear me singing the breakfast breakdown. I don't know. I got to think of something. I just feel like I need to have some kind of little jingle that goes with the breakfast breakdown. But on the breakfast breakdown, it's all about what I'm loving, what I'm learning, and what is really making me feel empowered today. So this morning, I was sitting at my table, at my dining room table, and I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? Again, this is a really great tool to utilize because it really helps you reflect and get into deep thought. And I'm like, there's always so many things that I'm absolutely loving. Hey there, busy professionals and small business owners. Are you struggling to keep track of your tasks and projects? Do you find it challenging to stay organized and focused with all the chaos of daily responsibilities? Well, we've got just a solution for you, Todoist. Todoist is a powerful to-do list and task manager designed to help professionals and small businesses like yours streamline their tasks, projects, and so much more. Imagine having all your tasks and projects neatly organized in one place, easily accessible whenever you need them. With Todoist, you can boost your personal and team productivity, enhancing your efficiency and focus throughout the day. I personally use Todoist every single day, and it has revolutionized the way I manage my work and stay on top of my priorities. If you're looking for a tool that will genuinely help you get organized and stay focused, Todoist is your answer. But don't just take my word for it. Try it out for yourself and experience the difference. The link to try Todoist is in the show notes. Trust me, you won't regret it. So what are you waiting for? Click that link in the show notes and start your journey towards unparalleled productivity today. That's Todoist, where your to-do list becomes a done list. But let me tell you, what I am absolutely loving is I'm loving the space. So the season that I'm in with my girls. So for those of you that may not know, I do have 4 kids. 2 girls, 2 boys. My 2 girls are the youngest. My oldest daughter is 18, and she is all into, like the different skincare routines and makeup, like everything skin, hair, and all of that. And I'm absolutely loving it because I find myself asking my daughter for tips, and and so it's really a great, like, it's really really a great thing. Now mind you, my youngest is not into it right now. She is into the skincare, so there have been many times where we have our skincare and practice our skincare regimen together, and I love that. It's all about togetherness, so I'm absolutely loving every opportunity to be able to have that girl time, together time with my girls. I'm loving that. And I'm loving some of the advice and some of the things that my daughter is sharing about her own skincare regimen and what I can do. And I should try this and we should do this. I'm absolutely loving that. So, really enjoying this season that we're in. As far as what I'm learning, I am and have always been a huge fan of Eric Thomas. Now, if you don't know who Eric Thomas is, please Google. You have to Google. You need to follow him. Watch. When I tell you, he will bless you. He has really been very instrumental in my growth over the years, as well as John Maxwell, and just me wanting to develop and grow myself. And I have been a part of several of both of their programs. If you don't know, I am a Maxwell coach, a certified Maxwell coach as well. But Eric Thomas, so I'm a firm believer that, videos, messages will come to us exactly when we need it. And so here recently, there have been so many, like the algorithm has just brought videos my way, either YouTube or, me just hopping on one of the social media platforms and being able to see a video or someone sending me a video, and it's always on point. So I'm really really in this space of soaking it all in. Eric Thomas has some really great content. So he's all about motivation. If you feel like you need some motivation, then you need to make sure you're listening to Eric Thomas. And he's on all the different platforms. You can also go to your iTunes, your YouTube channel, wherever you listen to things. You can actually go there, and when you go there, you can on iTunes, that is. So if you go to iTunes, once you get to iTunes, you will see that he has albums as though he is like a performer. So you can check him out on there. Again, it will bless you, will absolutely bless you. So I really really I'm loving it. I'm learning so much about myself. And so that's where, again, when you're into this, like if you're into personal development and just growth and all of that, then it will be an ongoing process of learning more about you. And so I find myself constantly, if I'm listening to Eric Thomas, if I'm listening to Maxwell, if I'm listening to, Joe Dispenza, some of the ones that I listen to on a regular basis, I'm taking notes. And so I really really, again, if you haven't followed him, that's the person that you definitely want to follow. But something that's making me feel empowered, and although I feel like both of those things that I just mentioned is really making me feel empowered, but I'll tell you, I was listening to or no, yeah, I was gonna say, was I listening to it? I was actually taking a class, and this was last night. So I was doing a class. It was a master class, and there was a quote that was mentioned. It was actually two, and I was like, "Oh, this is good. I need to write this down." And I specifically wanted to write it down because not just for myself, but also so that I can share it with you as well. And so the first one was this is what they said. It said 10 years. In 10 years, you will surely arrive. Question is where? I'm like, wow, think about that. 10 years. And maybe you don't even have to go out 10 years, 5 years, 1 year, 5 years from now, 3 years from now, you will surely arrive. Question is where? When I tell you that is a deep thought, that is a reflective question for you to really think about it. And I think it was Tony Robbins that actually said that. And then the other one, hold on, there's one more. The other one was the future depends on what you do today. The future, your future. So I like to change that and say your future depends on what you do today. Isn't that just so powerful? And I absolutely love powerful quotes, the ones that really kind of catch you and make you think, and really that, make you think and take action, because we don't want to just be in this deep thought forever. We want to be able to take action and say, how can I apply this to my life? So very powerful quotes, but that is what that makes me feel empowered, and I'm like, oh, this is so good. So I'm going to share it with you all because quotes always make me feel empowered. So that is the breakfast breakdown. I truly hope that it helps you really think about your own breakfast breakdown, and not just think about it, but think on paper. So today I really wanted to tap into this thing that I speak a lot about, how I feel like we all have greatness within us, and and not just myself, but you, those that are around you. But it's a matter of us tapping into that greatness. And so you may have heard it as far as greatness. I mean, so many people say potential. I've heard it as far as like, oh, you are magic, and not in the essence of thinking like, oh, like a magician kind of. But I believe that you have greatness, so you are magic. And so I really wanted to kind of tap into this whole concept of you are magic and what that means, and how we can really use that to explore this transformative power that lies within each and every one of us. And it's there waiting to be unleashed. It's just waiting for you to unleash it. So I hope that you're ready, because I'm so excited, and you probably can hear my smile and my excitement in my voice, because this is a topic that I truly stand behind, and I push. This is like what I'm so passionate about each and every day, is helping people recognize who they are, what they have right within them, whose they are, like helping you understand what that is. So I believe you are created for greatness. I believe you are magic, and that means you are created for greatness. So I really want you to be able to like shake the dust off of your dreams, if it's dusty, if it's been sitting, just sitting in the background and you're not doing anything with it. It's sitting and you haven't you're like, "Oh, that was a dream of mine." And thinking that someday, it's this whole someday concept. I really want to remind you, and I want you to remind yourself that you are the architect of your life. So let's jump into this, because this is the powerful truth that so many of us overlook. And that is that you are you are great. You are created for greatness. You are magic. And so everything that you need to succeed is already within you. Everything. Everything. Your power, your drive, and your vision. And whether you believe it or not, those are the real game changers. And you don't need a we feel like we need all these tools. So I'm going to say, for the sake, because I'm talking about this whole magic thing, so just go with me on this theme. You don't need any kind of wand. You don't need any kind of anything, okay, besides you, because everything you need is already within you. So here's what I want you to remember. I want you to remember that with everything that you do, with understanding your greatness, it's all about your mindset. Your mindset is going to shape who you are. It's going to shape that greatness. It's going to shape your potential. Success always starts in your mind. So if you see yourself as unstoppable, the world will treat you that way. And the first step to really unlocking that greatness, unlocking your magic, is believing in it. You have to believe in who you are. Your mindset determines your outcome. And I think often we forget that. So you can't think small and live big. Again, I'm going to say that again. You can't think small and live big. So let me tell you, years ago, when I wanted to launch my podcast, and I've had several podcasts. I have another podcast, and then I have a couple other podcasts where I'm on as a co-host with with some other hosts. And so, at first I was like, well, who's going to listen? Like, I didn't think anyone would listen. And so I almost let fear win. And then I had to remind myself and be reminded, because we have to do both. I had to remind myself and be reminded of my power. So when I tell you, when I hit record on my first podcast episode and of Empower Hour with Jaresha, you know, I was like, wow. When I hit record on this podcast, Mornings with Jaresha, that first episode, it wasn't perfect by far. Understand and hear me when I tell you it was not perfect. Neither one of the episodes was perfect, but it was greatness in motion. So it was magic in motion. And I am here to tell you today that the reason why you're listening to this is because I believed in my ability to make an impact. The reason why I've reached over 50,000 downloads in my other show is because I believed in my ability to make an impact. The reason why I've reached over 10,000 downloads in this show, it's because I believed in my ability to make an impact. And so I did. You don't have to be perfect to start. You just have to start to be perfect. And we forget that. We need to remember that. So, one of the other things that I need you to know is that action, 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 action. I talk about executing on our goals, our dreams, and walking into our purpose. And in order for all of that to happen, we have to take action. So, action is going to activate your greatness. Action is going to activate that magic that is within you. See, dreams without actions are just wishes. So your greatness, your magic doesn't work unless you do. So you have to show up for yourself each and every day, even when it's hard, even when no one is clapping for you. You have to show up, because progress is the proof of your greatness and the magic in motion. So let me tell you, a friend of mine started a business, and when she started her business with only $50. So she started a business with only $50 and a whole lot of determination. She didn't wait for all of the things to align. I think they say, like, the stars to align. She didn't wait for the stars to align. She just took the first step. And now her side hustle has turned into a six-figure business. And so she is living proof, when you act on that vision, how things will just line up for you, right? Oh, it's just so exciting. It's super exciting because um if she had, just think, if she had said no, I'm gonna let fear win. If she had said, I'm not gonna start, I'm not gonna take my vision and my idea and move forward, but she did, and it turned into a successful six-figure business. A successful six-figure business. See, the magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. So, the last thing that I'm going to give you is your resilience actually fuels your greatness. It fuels your magic. See, life will test you over and over again and again and again. But the greatness, the magic isn't in avoiding those challenges, it's in how you rise above them. So, your setbacks are setups for your greatest comebacks. So the harder you fall, the higher you can bounce. And I love that. I love that. So I know someone who went through a loss of their job, who went through divorce and had all kinds of debt that was just stacking up all at once. And he could have given up. He could have given up, but instead, he started rebuilding step by step and was able to create a new career and eventually found love again. So today, when I say that it was a hardest season, and he would say that too. It was the hardest season of his life and the most magical season of his life too. So it was one of those seasons that he just learned so much because it forced him to find strength that he didn't even know that he had. How powerful is that? Absolutely powerful. We don't understand that there is magic in our resilience. There is greatness in our resilience. So much so. We really have to understand that thing. Hey there, leaders and visionaries. Are you ready to elevate your game and unlock your maximum potential? I'm thrilled to introduce you to the Boss CEO Movement, a dynamic community crafted for leaders, motivators, and influencers just like you. Created by Jaresha Smith, this movement is your gateway to personal and professional transformation. So why join the Boss CEO Movement? Jaresha created this movement to unite individuals eager to invest in their growth and unleash their full potential. So if you want to join this community, you'll embark on a life-changing journey filled with growth and opportunity designed to boost your leadership and personal growth skills, ignite your motivation, and empower you to positively influence those around you. If you're ready to transform your life and lead with purpose, join the Boss CEO Movement, where leaders, motivators, and influencers come together to unlock their maximum potential. You'll engage in challenges, in an accountability, and so much more that will enhance your leadership abilities, boost your motivation, and expand your influence. As a member, you'll gain personal growth, elevate your leadership skills with insights and strategies, community support to connect and grow with like-minded individuals, motivation boosts to stay inspired with daily challenges and accountability, resource, access, and gain exclusive tools to help you reach your full potential and influence expansion to learn, to empower, and inspire those around you. So don't miss the opportunity to become the best version of yourself. Visit the show notes and join the Boss CEO Movement today. And I have to mention this because I think it's worth mentioning, because one of the greats that we all are familiar with, have heard, probably have watched his story, his movie, his life, and that is someone that I know that truly embodies this whole concept better than anyone else that I know, as far as understanding the greatness that is within them, understanding the magic that is within them. And that is Muhammad Ali. So he didn't just believe he was great, he spoke it into existence. See, Ali said, "I am the greatest." And he said that even before I knew I was. So he is quoted as saying, "I am the greatest. I said that even before I knew I was." And I want you to think about that. He didn't wait for the world to recognize his greatness. He declared it first, and then he worked to prove it. So before each and every fight, Muhammad Ali would visualize his victory. He would see himself knocking out his opponent, raising his hands in triumph, and hearing the crowd chant his name. It wasn't luck or arrogance. It was greatness. It was the magic that was within him. He understood that your words, your thoughts, and your belief in yourself create the reality you live in. So when Muhammad Ali said it's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief, and once that belief becomes a deep conviction within you, things begin to happen. He was giving us a blueprint. That's how you use your greatness. That's how you use your magic. You speak it, believe it, act upon it, and watch the world bend to your vision. So he said again, I am the greatest. I said that even before I knew I was. What are you saying? What is the narrative that you're speaking? So this thing is so very powerful because we are on this journey of just getting our head in the game and making sure we're crushing it. Making sure we're crushing it in order for us to understand who we are and the greatness that is within us, or the magic, if you want to look at it like that, the magic that is within you. You have to understand that your mindset shapes your greatness. It shapes your magic. Action activates the magic, the greatness that is within you. Your resilience fuels your greatness. So I'm going to leave you with this today, because I truly want to inspire you. I want you to be able to execute on your goals, your dreams, and really walking into your purpose. And so I need you to hear me right now. You are great. You are the magic. Stop looking for someone to save you. Stop waiting for that perfect moment. There is no knight in shining armor. There is no magic genie in a bottle. There is no lottery ticket that's going to change your life overnight. That power, that change is already inside of you. So you want a better life? Then fight for it. You want to pay off that debt? Then stop making excuses. See, you want to get fit, you want to start that business and land that dream job, then do the work. Don't just sit there hoping that the stars will align. You have to get up and do something different. You have to make them align. Make the impossible possible. So when it's hard, and it will be hard, I want you to remember this. Your magic is strongest in the struggle. Your greatness is strongest in the struggle. You may not see the results yet, but every day you show up, you're planting seeds. Every effort, every tear, every sleepless night is watering those seeds. And one day you'll wake up. One day you'll wake up and realize you've grown a whole entire forest. I want you to think about Muhammad Ali. He didn't wait for the world to crown him the greatest. He crowned himself. He believed it before he achieved it. And you can do the same. So I'm asking you, what are you waiting for? Stop doubting, stop procrastinating, and stop playing small. You've got one life to live, and the magic to make it extraordinary is already in your hands. You are the magic. You have the greatness that is within you. Now it's time for you to go out there and show the world what you are made of. It's time to execute on your goals, your dreams, and walk into your purpose. Let's get it. Let's go. Thank you for listening to the Mornings with Jaresha show. Follow me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube at Jaresha Moore. Email Jaresha at empoweredonpurpose.com and text 937-938-6373. And have a great day on purpose.